to Chief Dr. Gabriel Usawa Igbenedion, whom he said has remained a father figure to all.
This has become necessary because I have not attained the mandatory retirement age of 70 years on October 18, 2020, and therefore retired from the bench after 21 years of meritorious and exemplary service to the nation.
The Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Justice, Edo State, Oluwole Iyamu, SAN, Chairman, Body of Senior Advocates, Edo State, Kola Okeaya-Ine, SAN, and Chairman, Nigeria Bar Association, Benin Branch, Pius Oiwo, Esquire, also paid glowing tributes to the retired Judge of the Court of Appeal, Justice Tinuade Akomolafe Wilson, retired.
By all standards, my Lord is among Nigeria's finest trailblazers and role models. His lordship throughout his career was a quintessential and seasoned judicial officer who displayed proper judicial temperament, intelligence, professionalism, legal courage, and integrity.
However, my Lord, I can speak on this board as a judicial officer. Even all the possible man, he made a legal practice in different judgment before the
I will use my speech to take a stock of the life and times of the celebrant today and run a quick diagnostic procedure on the state of our country. As it is customary in an occasion like this, we trace the life of our celebrant, not because our profile is not already in the public domain, but to show and demonstrate to all that hard work, integrity, perseverance, and a sound understanding of the law are still legitimate tools for attaining success in the legal profession.
In her response, the celebrant, Justice Tinuade Akomolafe Wilson, who enumerated her contributions to the development of the judiciary, emphasized the need to uphold the ethics of the legal profession. Justice Akomolafe Wilson thanked those who contributed to her success story and noted that Esama of Benin has always been there for her family. A book written by the celebrant, Justice Tinuade Akomolafe Wilson, titled Angel of Justice, and reviewed by the Dean, Faculty of Law, Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Professor Ewu Ekpu, was unveiled by Governor Godwin Obaseki.
It is with great delight and pleasure that I unveil this book titled Angel of Justice. Just listening to the reviewer, I believe it's a book everyone should read, particularly non-lawyers like me.
Chairman on the occasion and Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Usawa Igbenedion, while launching the book, said the celebrant has contributed so much to the development of the judiciary and deserves to be celebrated.
I'm very proud. My university has produced the youngest son ever.
Notable legal luminaries from across the country and dignitaries from all walks of life, who include chief judges and commissioners for justice from neighboring states, attended the ceremony. Pius Nsogo reporting.
A two-day retreat of Igbo University Teaching Hospital, Okada, has ended with a resolve by management to reposition the institution for greater efficiency. Adiswala reports that a team of medical experts within and outside the state participated in the retreat held at the Center of Excellence in Reproductive Health Innovation Complex, College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin, Igbo Campus, Benin City, to chart a way forward for the institution.
The Deputy Chancellor, Igbo University Okada, and two-time Governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosahai Igbo, while emphasizing on the gains of the retreat, commended the medical professionals who he said have made tremendous impact on the revitalization of Igbo Teaching Hospital by their various submissions on pertinent issues as a foremost teaching hospital in the country.
I want to assure our chairman that the management will also, under of course your own leadership as well, to ensure that we do follow this result. There are a lot of areas that's in abandon, and I believe the chief medical director is already in that process. So on behalf of the board of regents and the founder, let me compliment and appreciate both Professor Omonfort and Professor Elizabeth.
In their presentations, the World Bank Projects Coordinator, Director of Research and Grants Management, UNIBEN, and a board member, IUTH, Professor Friday Okunufua, a two-time Chief Medical Director, University College of Ibadan, and the board chairman, IUTH, Professor Abiodun Ilesomi, made a presentation on the state of health care in Nigeria, current state of health financing in Nigeria, leveraging access to improved health care, public-private partnership, amongst others.
Equity, ensuring that, if you know that everybody comes, you probably ensure that you attend to people on equity basis, whether you are poor or rich, you have the same level. Integration of services and efficiency.
The state of healthcare in Nigeria, Carlos have mentioned it, increased patronage of medical tourism, underfunding, and loss of confidence by Nigerians.
Shortly after the presentations, the Vice Chancellor, Igbo University Okada, Professor Lawrence Ezemoye, and the CMD, IUTH, Professor Bazwaye Nosahai, while making contributions, said there is no doubt that the caliber of professionals and issues deliberated upon will chart a new course for IUTH.
With a hospital of this standard and magnitude and the proposal that have been presented today, it is very clear that the hospital is at the point of meeting the global demands and, of course, meeting the demands and yearnings of our immediate community and the nation as a whole.
For every department, we intend to ensure that those who come to reports about certain things are protected, and then that will guide us in ensuring that the right thing is done in various departments.
Other sessions of the retreat also captured the presentations on rebranding and marketing IUTH for community visibility by the Public Relations Officer, Uyi Osaitin, chaired by a board member, Professor Tijani Mora, which focused on improving clinical services and clear job descriptions, amongst others. A finance lecturer at IUO, Professor Raf Nadege, also talked on the fundamental principles of finance.
For organizations, rural earners and low-income earners, where they just pay 1,000 monthly and get access to basic Medicare.
Title improving clinical services in the hospital, the way forward. First presented by Dr. Abdul Ojeme.
Accounting is a enumeration of financial transactions.
Adesuwa Lato reporting.
You're still watching the World News on Independent Television. Up ahead, U.S. President-elect Joe Biden to mandate Americans to use face masks for first 100 days. Details after the break. Thank you for staying with us on the World News on ITV. Moving now to the foreign scene. President-elect Joe Biden has said he will ask Americans to wear masks for his first 100 days in office to curtail the spread of coronavirus. He said he believed there would be a significant reduction in COVID-19 cases if every American wore a face covering. Thomas Adu completes the reports.
Mr. Biden also said he would order masks to be worn in all U.S. government buildings. The U.S. has recorded 14.1 million cases and 276,000 deaths from COVID-19. In the interview, the U.S. President-elect said on inauguration he would ask the public for 100 days to wear masks. He expressed belief that there will be a significant reduction in cases of coronavirus, stressing that with vaccinations and masking, the numbers will considerably reduce.
On the first day I'm inaugurated to say I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to mask. Just 100 days to mask. Not forever, 100 days. Once Fauci says it's clear, that's my measure, then obviously we take it. And it's important to communicate to the American people it's safe. It's safe to do this.
The President's executive authority does not cover U.S. government property, and Mr. Biden told newsmen that he intended to exercise such powers. Thomas Sado, reporting.
Italy is banning travel between its regions from 21 December to 6 January as part of strict coronavirus curbs over the Christmas holidays. A curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. local time will also be in place. Restaurants can open in some regions until 6 p.m., but only takeaways are allowed in other parts of the country. These actions are coming as Italy announced its highest daily COVID death toll since the pandemic started, with 993 fatalities. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte told a news conference his administration cannot let down its guard at this time. He said there is need to eliminate the risk of a third wave, which could arrive in January and not less serious than the first and the second. There will be travel exceptions for work, medical reasons, or emergencies. On top of the regional travel bans, people will not be allowed to leave their hometowns on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day. Elsewhere, 3 members of a leading Egyptian human rights group detained in Cairo last month have been freed following widespread international criticism. The men who worked for the Egyptian Initiative for Personal Rights were accused of links with a terror group and spreading false news. The UN's Human Rights Agency had described the arrest as chilling. Celebrities Emma Thompson, Stephen Fry, and Scarlett Johansson joined politicians in criticizing the arrest. EIPR is an independent group. His work covers a variety of political, civil, economic, and social issues. A researcher for the group, Patrick Zaki, who was arrested in February, is still in detention. EIPR says he is being held on suspicion of spreading fake news, misusing social media, and inciting protest without permission. Authorities in Bangladesh have begun relocating thousands of Rohingya refugees to a remote island despite concerns about safety and consent. Thomas Sadu has details of that story.
About 1,600 refugees were being transported on Friday towards Basachar, a flood-prone island in the Bay of Bengal. Bangladesh says all those being moved have given consent. But Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh told newsmen in October that they did not want to be relocated to the island. Rights groups have raised concerns that many traveling to the island on Friday were being moved against their will. Human Rights Watch said it had interviewed 12 families whose names were on transport list but who had not volunteered to go. The United Nations said it has been given limited information about the relocations and was not involved. Bangladesh Foreign Minister Abdul Momen said on Thursday night that government was not taking anyone to Basachar forcibly. The Rohingya have fled Myanmar after a military crackdown which began 3 years ago, in which UN investigators say as many as 10,000 people were killed and more than 730,000 forcibly displaced. Thomas Sado reporting.
And now talking health, the World Health Organization said it was considering introducing electronic vaccination certificates as hopes for an end to the pandemic were boosted after Britain became the first country to approve use of a COVID-19 vaccine. WHO Europe experts said Siddhartha Datta told newsmen at a briefing on Thursday that introducing such a certificate, which would make it possible to identify and monitor people who have been vaccinated, has not been finalized and would have to be drawn up in accordance with national laws. It would not be an immunity passport, which is supposed to assure that its carrier is protected against the disease because they have been infected and recovered. Britain on Wednesday became the first country to approve the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, and the European Medicines Agency is due to announce its decision on December 29 at the latest. The U.S. Department of Justice has accused Facebook of discriminating against American workers by giving hiring preferences to immigrants. In a lawsuit, allegations were raised that the social media firm refused to recruit, consider or hire qualified and available Americans for more than 2,600 positions. Thomas Sadu has details.
According to the lawsuit, the jobs instead went to foreigners on temporary visas. Facebook disputed the allegations but said it was cooperating with the department. The lawsuit concerns Facebook's use of temporary H-1B visas, which are often used by tech companies to bring highly skilled foreign workers to the U.S. In a suit filed on Thursday, the department alleged that Facebook intentionally created a hiring system that favored H-1B visa holders and other temporary workers over Americans. The department said it filed the suit after a 2-year investigation into Facebook's hiring practices. The Assistant Attorney General for the department's Civil Rights Division, Eric Dreibad, shed more light on the lawsuit. Thomas Sado reporting.
Turning now to sports, Juventus and Portuguese football superstar Cristiano Ronaldo has been awarded the Golden Foot Award for 2020. Emerson Nedusa brings details of this and more from the exciting world of sports.
5-time Ballon d'Or winner on Wednesday added to his fleet of awards when he won the Golden Foot Award for the year 2020. The 35-year-old achieved this honor by beating stiff competition from the likes of Barcelona's Lionel Messi, Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski, Juve's Giorgio Chiellini, PSG's Neymar, Real Madrid's Sergio Ramos, Man City's Sergio Aguero, Barcelona's Gerard Piqué, Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, and Inter Milan's Arturo Vidal, an annual prize which was first introduced in 2003. The Golden Foot Award, unlike the Ballon d'Or, can only be won once in a player's career, and it's a shock that it took Ronaldo so long to win the honor. Ronaldo is widely considered to be one of the greatest players in the history of the sport, has won numerous professional, individual, and squad honors during his sterling professional career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors award. In the meantime, Nigeria midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has expressed his excitement to be back to full fitness after spending 8 weeks on the sideline. The Leicester City defensive midfielder was sidelined since October after he picked up an abductor injury against Burnley in the Premier League and has since missed vital matches for both country and club. Indeed, he could make his long-awaited return against Zoya Loshik in the Europa League match on Thursday. Another Nigerian international, Ramon Aziz, has resumed training after a long layoff through injury. Aziz provided an update on his comeback bid when he posted on his Instagram page with a photo shot during his live training session with the inscription, "Happy to be back on the pitch again." Granada will host PSV in the Europa Cup Group E match, but Ramon Aziz is doubtful as he's yet to gain full fitness. Finally, English football fans have returned to stadiums after a long period of ban due to the lockdown occasioned by coronavirus pandemic. Fans returned in the English Football League matches for the first time in 266 days on Wednesday, as clubs in the Championship, League 1 and 2 welcome back supporters, but with a strict adherence to the COVID-19 regulations. Emerson Edosa reporting.
Sports Report completes the world news on Independent Television. Thank you for watching. I am Blessing Aichi. Good afternoon.
Independent television, certainly the best.
In an ever-busy world, beating traffic jams to meet that all-important appointment can be a huge